I started out in this business taking photographs of my heroes in pop bands like The Who and the Stones. Then I got onto sport because it was more genuine than music. Music got a little bit stilted and a little bit formulaic. So I got into sport, did that for about 15 years, covered 3 Olympics, 3 World Cups. But I look back at my own pictures and think of the key ones in my lifetime was the Heysel Stadium, which is very sad. And I realized then that sport didn't have the beauty anymore for me. It was a hard place, it was a hard place to look. This is a new side of sport that I didn't want to be much of a part of. I found myself photographing people dying, not people celebrating or not people enjoying the event. And that for me kind of signaled I should move on to something else. And then I moved into editing at The Guardian. I was lucky to get a break at The Guardian at the top really. And then I did 12, 13 years as picture editor. This first 10 years that we've recorded in Decade is 500 of what I think to be the best photographs. There's some wit in there, there's some warmth in there, there's some style, and then all the big moments of these first 10 years of this century are in it. The most powerful picture in a book should be the first picture, the one that sets the mood, the one that sets the tone for the whole book. But what do you do for 10 years? How do you choose one picture that sums up 10 years? So in the end, I went for a device which is photographing the globe from the space. It says, what's going on here? What's going on in the world? What's been happening in the world? What's been happening over the last 10 years? So in a way, it's a lovely wraparound sort of idea for what's to come. Now that we're looking at photographs in so many different ways, we're looking at them on monitors, computers, handheld devices. What's the best way to look at a photograph? And I think the book still wins out. One photograph I particularly enjoyed in the book, I know the photographer, a great friend of mine, Eamonn McCabe. He summed up the foot and mouth tragedy that we had here in Britain in 2001 with such a picture of biblical proportions. It isn't just a bunch of cows burning, it's bigger than that, it's more powerful than that, and scary. It was a very scary time. And this photograph, I remember, just really stunned people for weeks. It's the painting quality of it and the little hint of red from the burning and this strange bluey smoke that's all over it. And these sad creatures, arms and legs, just up there. Very powerful picture. I really wanted that and I got it. The interesting thing, because of the development of digital, is I didn't touch a photograph. It's very interesting for me to have chosen a book of 500 photographs and not had the tactile feel of them. What I love in sport is how you can have photographs of great basketball players but not have them playing basketball. This portrait of Michael Jordan's back, how can you get away with a picture of a back? But it's the enormity of the man in the sport, the shape and form of his arms and his head and the very name on the back of the shirt. What makes a picture last is whether it still looks good after 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. I have a table tennis picture taken in 1978, little Chinese face throwing a tennis ball high up in the air. It's made of complete black space. There is nothing in this picture except black space. Little Chinese face and a little ball. People still say, Eamonn McCabe, guy who took that table tennis picture. Now, is it a great picture? It's muzzy, it's kind of overdeveloped. But it's lasted all these years, since 1978. I think photography is safe. I don't think like the painters of 100 years ago saying painting is dead. I don't think photography is dead. I think what is slightly worrying is the equipment has made the taking of photographs so easy, but I'm not sure people are paying enough attention to the taking of them or the looking for them. You never stop being a photographer. The thrill of being a photographer, the thrill of looking. It's not often the capturing that works, it's the looking. You go out looking every day and you hope that you're going to find something.